Is flex tape the best? That's the question you guys want to know. I've had thousands of you ask me to test flex tape and compare it against some of the other premium level brands. In a previous video on duct tape, we discovered that both Gorilla and T-Rex did a pretty good job compared to the less expensive tapes, but this time we're going to test only premium level tapes, and we're going to throw in a Harbor Freight tape just out of a courtesy, since many of you wanted to see how Harbor Freight would do as well. Anyway, I'm not sure if flex is the best, but what I do know is we have some very rigorous testing to do, so let's get the project underway. So the first test we'll be doing is to measure tensile strength. I went ahead and just built this little setup in order to measure tensile strength. Whenever it's time to do the test, what I'm going to do is put a piece of tape all the way down this piece of metal. This is exactly 2 inches in width, which is going to be the limit on the tape. Some of the tapes are wider than that, so I'm going to go ahead and carve off some of the tape so we have exactly 2 inches of tape. Then what I'll do is I'll remove the bungee cord. And this bungee cord, once it's released, the tape will be carrying the load. Then I'll use a lever on the bottom of the scales, and as I apply the downward force, it'll give us the amount of force that I'm applying to cause the tape to break. Now it's only going to separate by about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. All the way up to the top, there is a built-in gap. Many of you have asked me to determine whether or not these different types of tape can withstand water, because if you're using a general purpose tape or a duct tape outside, it's going to get wet. So what I decided to do is drill 4 holes in this tank. We're going to put 1 brand of tape over each one of these holes. Then we're going to soak it in this aquarium for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I'm going to see if these tapes can withstand any sort of air pressure. I'm going to gradually add air pressure to this tank until each one of them ruptures. Now once they start to leak, I can add a screw into the hole to stop the leaking, and then we'll keep continuing to add pressure until each one of them leaks to determine which one has the best ability to stick when it gets wet. Obviously this tank can be very buoyant and will not want to stay down on the surface of this tank, so I went ahead and added 30 pounds of weight to the outside of this tank, which should hold it in place. So there's a total of 4 holes, so what I'm going to do is cut a piece of tape 2 inches by 4 inches, and we'll test 4 products, and then we will repeat this test with the other 4. So the hole is 1 inch from this side, so I realize this is not a fair competition, but if I cut the tape from the side, my concern is I wouldn't get a straight line. And so what I'm going to do now is use a piece of this furniture dolly as well as 5 pounds, and I'm going to roll this across the tape 10 times. And what this is going to do is make sure that we've applied an even amount of force over the tapes to ensure that each one has an equal chance to stick. Okay, all the tapes are fully submerged in the water, and I'm going to let this sit for an hour, come back, and then we're going to start adding pressure until each one of these lets go. Okay, it's been an hour, so what I'm going to do is add pressure to this tank through this valve. This is the pressure indicator letting us know how much pressure is in the tank. Really, the pressure doesn't matter so much as does just seeing which tapes begin to leak first. Okay, so both Hurricane and Gaffers tape are leaking at about 2 pounds of pressure. Where 26 pounds of pressure and Nashua is leaking, the nuclear tape is still holding tight. Okay, we were at 26 pounds of pressure and Harbor Freight, Flex, Gorilla, T-Rex. We're going to let these soak for an entire hour, come back and test them. Unfortunately, it looks like Harbor Freight's leaking and we don't even have a pound of pressure in the tank. I went ahead and added a screw to the Harbor Freight. We'll go ahead and start adding pressure again. Gorilla started leaking at 13 pounds of pressure. Okay, T-Rex has started leaking at 20 pounds of pressure. On the last duct tape video, a lot of folks asked me to test how much residue is left behind when these tape products are removed. So what I'm going to do is use a piece of new plexiglass, apply the tape to the plexiglass, each brand, put this in the oven at about 150 degrees Fahrenheit and let it soak in the oven for about an hour. After the tapes have been in the oven for an hour, I'm going to go ahead and take the plexiglass back out and rip each one of the tapes off to see how much residue is left behind. So I want to make sure that there's an equal amount of downforce applied to each of these tapes so when we peel them off that the adhesive is basically had a chance to stick evenly. So I cut up this furniture dolly. There are a bunch of little wheels. So what I'm going to do is apply 10 pounds of weight on top of these furniture dollies and roll them across the tapes several times. Okay, it's right at 150 degrees Fahrenheit inside the oven, so I'm going to go ahead and put the tapes inside. Okay, it's been an hour. It's been at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, the plexiglass is cooled off. All the tapes are now room temperature, which is around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and measure how much force it takes to remove the tape from the plexiglass. Okay, so I'm going to pull directly up on each of these products until the tape breaks free. Okay, flex tape leaves a lot of residue behind and leaves a mess. The tape will rip before the product comes off. I guess that's a good thing if that's what you're looking for, something that really adheres well. Hurricane tape leaves a residue behind. This stuff curled up a lot when it was in the oven and just did not stick. So T-Rex did leave a little bit at the very end of the tape line, and there might be just a little bit along the way, but not too bad. Polyken did leave a little bit of residue on the plexiglass. So Nashua left traces pretty much everywhere, just little bits and pieces along the way. So this did not come off very cleanly, quite a bit through here. The nuclear tape seems to have done the best. I don't see any residue or any traces of it anywhere. Very similar to T-Rex, Gorilla seems to have left residue at the very end and actually seems to have left a little bit more residue throughout, but it's a very, very small amount. So Harbor Freight left quite a bit of adhesive behind. It's everywhere on this plastic. So we set out to determine whether or not flex tape is the best, and it is indeed the best when it comes to its ability to stick. The adhesive capabilities of flex tape, especially once it's heated a little, are unbeatable. I was really surprised at how hard it was to remove it from the plexiglass once it was heated up and the amount of force it took. So if you have a product that's going to involve water and you need a really tight seal, flex tape would be my choice. Now, if you're looking for a product that has a lot of tensile strength and also is a pretty good product as far as its adhesion, there are 3 other products that I really liked in this testing, which include T-Rex, Gorilla, as well as Nashua 357. All of those are great products. If you're looking for a good all-around tape and price is not a factor, nuclear tape and gaffers are very good because they don't leave much residue behind when you remove them. They have pretty good strength, all-around good tapes. Regarding hurricane tape, it's a very, very strong tape. It's so strong that its ability to stick is a little bit challenged at times. Harbor Freight also has a pretty decent tape for the price. Again, it's a budget tape, so you really can't expect a tape that costs a fraction of the premium level tapes to perform as well. Anyway, I'm not sponsored by any of these manufacturers. I only work for one group of people, and that's the subscribers of this channel. I really have a great time doing these videos, so I value your input and future video project ideas. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time.